My name is Benedict Parmanand. I edit this magazine called Sustainability Next, and along with Urban Venture Labs, we have launched this series called Urban Community for Change. So we are going to feature several initiatives of communities across India in this year. And thank you so much for joining us, Jayanthi, Srikanth, and Shanti, Tummula, for and we are going to have an enriching conversation. And firstly, huge congratulations for pulling it off, pulling the HSR Citizen Forum off, and I have read the document that Aditi shared, and all the good work that you people have done. It's amazing, and I'm sure there's lots and lots of learnings for other communities. Uh, so, how do we begin? I think the first basic question: what motivated both of you to start this citizen forum?
Yeah, I can go first. Yeah. So basically, what motivated? There is no plan as such that I was not, planning or dreaming or visualizing to be an environmentalist. I was completely into a different profession. As a dentist, I was doing my practice. Me and my life with patients, and my family. That was a life. And certain situations on ground, the real situations on ground, seeing which I felt, why are few people suffering because of few people's mistakes. Educated people behaving so indifferently towards waste segregation or environment is troubling certain set of people. Whether it is waste collectors coming door to door, trying to segregate the mixed waste, it is very inhuman, I felt. But that did not trigger me much to just give off my profession. But my visit to landfill was my turning point, which brought tears into my eyes, and really felt this is really not fair. What is the use of education if people in the village are suffering so much because of our mistakes?
Yes.
So that was a motivating factor for me to start the work, and then when like-minded people joined, that inspired me to start a forum as an organization where all the like-minded people will get one platform to contribute selflessly towards better tomorrow.
Yes. Which year was this started?
2012 is when I started. The seed in my mind came, and eventually by the time HSR Citizen Forum built up, it was 2015-16. Yeah.
14 actually. Because we celebrated 10 years now.
Oh, okay, great. So, Jayanthi, what was your motivation?
See, as I said, I was a software engineer, working in the US and all that, and coming back to India. Even I was also very much bothered by the litter around, the kind of waste around. And if you really look at it now, world doesn't need any more software engineers. There are enough of them, and there are more supply than demand at this point. So, and there are not too many people working in this area trying to make the environment better for other people and for us and for the other people. So that really motivated, and Shanti, we all used to work for one organization called Children's Movement for Civic Awareness.
Okay.
Shanti was also there, and a few others. All of us, while we were teaching children to be responsible citizens, we also were also wanting to practice what we preach to children. So we were all part of the same HSR community, and we started working together. That was like 10 years back.
Okay. So what are the three unique features of HSR Citizen Forum?
The first unique feature is completely committed citizens. It is not any with no political inclination or no it's a taken responsibility. Self-motivated citizens is the unique feature of HSR Citizen Forum. And second, consistency is another. Many people bring about change, try to do something, and then they will bring about change, but either it will not sustain or it will not be brought up to the level of scaling up or replicating.
Yeah. So
but
sustaining
HSR Citizen Forum has set an example to replicate which has been replicated in Telangana, whether it is a sustainable learning school, what we have established here, it's been replicated in Telangana, Patna. So that is what I feel is a unique feature.
Oh, great. I was
And,
coming to that question much later about replicating. We'll come to that again.
And also one more thing, what we do is we work with the local government. We don't, so that is a unique feature, because anywhere if you see, there are people blaming the government, blaming the local government, but we work with BBMP. That is a very
Collaboration.
Collaboration, complete collaboration.
I think, can we call this as the real feature, in the sense, the very unique feature, that working with the government, working with local authorities, because most of the time we criticize them and don't do anything. So
Correct.
this mindset change is the most important, I believe, isn't it?
Correct.
Cool. So I think the three unique features that you have, you want to add one or two more unique features if you have?
Yeah. Motivating the next generation to take up the baton is started. It's not that, okay, next what? After us, the passionate bunch of citizens, next what? The next generation, Gen Z is getting ready to take the baton. That is another lined up thing, which I don't think many such organizations will think about for the future.
Okay, that's interesting. So what is the percentage of Gen Z or the youth in your organization?
It is very less though. The youngsters are really six youngsters have come up now, taking up, sharing the responsibility, coming and involving with us in activities whenever we do. That's where they're not only learning, they're learning not only the sustainable initiatives, ideas, thoughts, they're also learning the leadership skills. So multiple activities that they're participating, everyone have their own academic pressure or curriculum, career or whatever. They're able to spend few hours. These 6 are the ones which is a good to start number for us. That's in 2025.
6 out of 250, is it?
No, those are not the 250 in the HSR. The WhatsApp group is the local citizens who will give their time as and when time permits.
Okay.
There are like a few of us who are like core members who spend a lot of time, and then there are life members who join together and we come up with ideas on what we can do and how we can take the organization, what are the new campaigns we can plan, those kinds of things. And these youngsters, we want to keep increasing their involvement. So we are on the lookout for more youngsters, and we see that there is a lot of interest. So
what, according to you, is the ideal organizational structure for a community initiative to succeed?
Yeah. For HSR Citizen Forum, as Jayanthi told, there are 4 layers or levels, I can say. One is the core members whose heart and soul beats for sustainability. Okay. Whatever you think, whatever you do in whatever part of the day, whether it's in the, whether they are on site, off site, whichever part of the world they are in, they'll be thinking about this. That's a core team who are basically ideating the whole things, whether a new idea or how to execute, etc. All the brainstorming happens at this core group. The next level group is that implementation or execution group, which are the life members. There are around 50-60 people who are a good, it is next level. They are not so committed continuously like us, but they are committed. That is second level. The third level is basically 250 members who are in line with our activities and initiatives, who get motivated wow types, but they don't may not involve physically, but they will act as eyes of HSR Citizen Forum. Suppose an example, if I have to quote, there is a plastic, there's a vendor who is giving things in plastic cover, which is against the rule. They just have to click a photo and post it in the group. They're like passive supporters, I can say, or they're the eyes of the forum. If we have 250 people watching HSR layout, that itself, the passive support itself is a huge support. So when that, whether it is non-segregation or dumping waste or littering, whatever, one such post comes in this, 50 people will ensure that there is an action taken, there is a penalty imposed, law is enforced. These 50 people ensure that it happened. But that 250 also matters, the
Yes,
being the eyes of HSR.
Yes, yes. So, do you think because HSR is a elite space, elite area, you think your model would work if it is a mixed area where you have slums, you have lower middle class staying along with, so what would be the different model for that?
Actually, HSR is a very mixed model.
Oh, is it?
Are,
Okay.
yes, it is. There are
Pockets. There are
Pockets
pockets
which
of
are-
slums.
yeah.
Okay, okay. So I didn't know that.
There are pockets of slums, but what with our 10 years experience, what we understood is, even if it is a mix of slum or exclusively slum, bringing change is not a tough thing at all, provided the system should be perfect. For example, if you are motivating the slum dwellers to segregate waste, they're happy to segregate provided the collection happens every day. Ultimately, everyone demands the system to be in place. Collection happens properly and they take segregated waste in segregated way, people are ready to change. So bringing change, whether it is in the elite location or in the slum area, doesn't make any difference. But sustaining it and making it successful depends on the back end system. Here, what happens? We being continuously involved, when there is little lapse in the system, we immediately get in touch with the officials, the hierarchy, and ensure. But in slum, that doesn't happen. The system should be automatically in place.
Yeah, yeah. So coming to this very important question about working alongside the municipal authorities. So what is that connect? How does it? What is the success formula of working with them? Because it's not that easy. But what is that success formula?
So it is. I always tell it is a 3-tier system. 3-tier system is the only mantra for success. One is citizens, second is bureaucrats, third is politicians, elected representatives. These 3 people should work in coordination. So we figured out eventually with experience that blaming them or shaming them doesn't work. Just sit with them across the table, tell that only 3 things that we want. When you give them 10 complaints, they will be so much burdened with the complaints, they don't come up trying to solve them. They also raise up hands saying, oh, this is not something, okay, no, later we will see, we will try to solve it. No. What we do is, we go to an elected representative, the leader or the bureaucrats, with a set of 4 to 5 problems followed with solutions. We also give them solution. This is the problem, this is a solution. Can you help us fix this? Then they're more than happy. So as citizens on the ground can only think about the solution. People in the in between 4 walls will not be able to come up with solution. There's no point in going with the problems. We always believe going with the solution and taking their help in implementing the solution.
I think that's amazing. That's amazing.
That really helps for many of our initiatives. We have had full support of elected representative and all the officials, whether it's BBMP or any organization, we have had full support.
And second thing,
and at the implementation level, even the contractor of waste collection also is very much on our side, knowing that we all have a common cause that we are working on and we are helping them achieve. Otherwise, out of all the wards in Bangalore, HSR is the only ward which has got 95% segregation. Anytime somebody comes and sees here, they will see the auto that picks up waste, which has got very pure segregated waste. It clearly shows that this model works.
Excellent.
And one more thing I want to add to this is another thing of HSR Citizen Forum is that we are not craving or trying to take the credit. We are more than happy to give the credit to the officials or the elected representatives, which will benefit them. Giving credit to a leader benefits them in winning the election, but it doesn't help us in any way. So we are happy to give away the credit to whoever supports us, that is another reason that they, support.
I think that's brilliant, because I think they also need to be recognized for what they do.
Correct.
Yes,
I mean, of course, they are supporting us, so they need to be recognized.
So this is a key question. How would you define your leadership qualities that has made this work? Both of you are, it's literally both of you who are leading this, isn't it?
There are a few more also. Different initiatives are, because we are a bigger core team. Just the two of us are here for the interview. Yeah, it all started with the vision and dream of Dr. Shanti, and all of us, like-minded. About 8-10 of us are very, very core members, and we all take initiatives for different aspects of the different projects that we have. And of course, Shanti is a big brain behind all this. Coming up with.
Leadership is, I feel none of us are leaders. I don't know, all of us are together in the same bracket, with the same passion. It's all in the universe, that universe unites people with the same passion, same goals and same things. It's very, when I think deeply, how is it possible that in this big world to meet such like-minded people who share the same vision, same passion, selflessly? That underlining selflessly, there may be organizations where people are working as a career, as a profession, as a job. That's fine. You choose a job. Okay, this is the type of company I want. This is but this coming together for a selfless cause is something which always amazes me. Getting together in this huge world, those few selected, chosen souls which are passionately thinking about sustainable future is itself a big thought. Leadership doesn't come here. Equally passionate, equally crazy, equally motivated.
But I think there are good number of such people, but uniting them towards a common goal, that is I think the ability of a leader. So how are you able to do that?
What I felt is, in 2012 when I started, I had no idea that I will be planning this much and this will no idea at all. It was not a travel path for me, not a studied profession for me. But as I started, within 1 year, what I realized is, as you told, there are many people out there want to do something good, but they don't know how to do. They may not be having the courage to lead or plan, but they are more than happy to support. That majority is more.
Yes.
So when you take up that thing head on in planning, whatever challenges come, we find solutions. Putting that head on, one person in the front, there are many good souls, as you told, to follow. So that is required, and I felt, I enjoyed, throughout the 10 years, I enjoyed taking up that. New ideas come. The team also is equally excited when I come up with a new idea, and each one will be little more inclined towards certain projects, like feeder bus. Feeder bus is like Jayanthi's pet project. It's like she's completely involved. Like that, among all of us 10 people who are equally motivated, passionate, there will be few things where we put on little more effort, because it's more connected or whatever reason. So it's like that.
Yeah, that's amazing. So one does need funding for as a kind of a lubricant to run such an initiative. So how have you managed this?
Come again, I didn't hear the question properly. Jayanthi, did you?
So funding for HSR Citizen Forum comes in different forms.
Yeah.
Lot of donations happen. CSR donations now happen. We are a ATG organization now. We also get CSR donations, and some of the projects we have approached our MLA, and in setting up Swachhagraha Kalika Kendra, he took the full responsibility and funding. And so even recently, as of yesterday, there was somebody who gave all of the wedding, gift as a donation 1 lakhs.
1.3.
1.3 lakhs as a donation to HSR Citizen Forum. So when people believe that we are doing good
Genuine.
work and genuine, and when they see the impact on the ground, they are convinced and they are happy to donate. So we have been able to sustain, most of our work by donations that we get like this.
That's interesting.
And for Lead of Us project, it is a government initiative where we took the responsibility of, complete responsibility of identifying the project, what we community needs, and then arrive at the solution and then implement it. So the Directorate of Urban Land Transport was, funding us to the effect of huge viability gap funding to BMTC. So, to sustain for a few months, for more than a year.
Yeah. So, before I come to the last question, which is, it's 10 years now. So what is 2.0, HSR Citizen Forum 2.0? Before I come to that, what has been your volunteering model? That model of volunteering, to get everyone to on board and work towards a certain goal.
So when we started initially 10 years back, we knew that HSR layout, there is garbage everywhere because the nearby villages refuse to take our waste. It is, the problem that they were facing. And so when we started work, we kind of want to go with a model where it is, we can't be going all over the layout to see what is happening. So when we started giving the awareness, every lane of HSR layout when we went, we identified one person who would be,
lane volunteer.
That particular lane. We call them as lane volunteers. Every lane that we went to, in fact, we HSR now has a population of 45,000 people, 45,000 households. And every single lane we went, we were able to, one person was willing to take care. So this kind of a distributed approach actually works. And that volunteering model, now then we also had block volunteers, and then sector wise a few of them who take responsibility for that sector. We have 7 sectors in HSR, 6 of them as a part of our ward, and sector wise volunteers. So this kind of model really helps. And also we have a WhatsApp group for every sector. And that really helps to connect the different, the problems of the local problems. And we have also officials, and we also have the garbage contractors and officials of all the departments in these groups. So that kind of model actually helps. Shanti, you want to add anything more?
Yeah, this is what we also recommended to the government. This model of bottom down approach, yes. Where every lane, if you have a citizen who is conscious about that lane, nothing can go wrong. Nothing can go wrong. Whether it is waste collection, whether it is new tenant moved into some of the house, that person will be knowing, okay, now the packers guy have come unloading the truck, okay, this is a new person to this lane, maybe not aware of the rule, let me go and give some awareness. That little extra mile, traveling to make your lane, a better place. I think that divide and rule system works well. Not only works, not only success secret, but also sustaining secret.
Yeah, perfect. So every ward has a ward committee of corporators and MLAs, and so are you part of that ward? Because there's been an experiment in Bangalore, especially led by Janagraha, to have citizens in the ward committee. So are you part of your HSR ward committee?
Yeah, I'm a part of HSR ward committee, but to be very frank, nothing much is happening in the ward committee. The reason is again the ownership. The nodal officer is appointed to the ward committee, and that nodal officer ensures that every department there is a representation in the ward committee. The funding, whatever comes to the ward, has to be decided. Planning has to be done in that ward committee on what is the allocation of fund for SWM, what is the allocation for this, everything. But none of those details will be discussed there. It is more of complaints, and this person tries to defend, and it is still not organized. But that's a very good system of having the ward committee involve the citizens of the ward in planning and everything. But again, selecting the ward committee members is another crucial step.
Yeah.
You cannot select some people who are politically inclined. Okay, you go to this person, that person. No. They should be passionate, selfless citizens. One from SWM string, one wing, one from lakes, one from roads, infrastructure, one from different people involved should be together to work, and that is where it. But right now, I don't think there's an ideal ward committee across Bangalore that it is functioning perfectly. Simple example I'll tell you. Ward committee should happen on a Wednesday. Right now, every Wednesday there should be a ward committee meeting. Simple thing what we requested is, if all of us have it on Wednesday, my horticulture superintendent engineer is a nodal officer elsewhere. So he will not be able to attend the meeting. Can you change the date? So that everyone will be able to present. They are not able to submit this request of ward committee members to the head office and bring that change.
Oh, that's sad. Okay, so last question. What's your next 10-year vision?
I mean, I don't know. To be very frank, I have never thought about next 10 years vision, but I only thought two things. One, the ideas keep coming, execute. Second thing, make the next generation strong, the youngsters strong, that they feel for it, feel for the cause, that there is a need to take this baton and hold it strong. And also learn the skills of leadership, so that it should not fall apart. Whether in your presence or in your absence, nothing what you have achieved should fall apart. That is the only goal that keeps ringing in my mind, and for that what is required. But rest of the events what happen is all coming just like that as ideas. For example, recently we have done one event which attracted 13 lakh viewers and comments across. I cannot say India. It's from different parts of the world also. That initiative made us think, oh my God, there is so much of need. People, when you take such initiatives boldly, courageously, only then you'll need, oh, there is a requirement in Mumbai, there's a requirement in Hyderabad, there's a requirement in Singapore. People are asking for such a change. That initiative, 13 lakh people watched that reel and responded. Comments are still going on. That we have done maybe a month and a half back. So such initiatives keep coming. There's no plan or vision for 10 years, but that keeps coming according to the need, according to the situation, according to the government orders. The government orders plastic ban. There is no enforcement. What has to be planned? We do brainstorming on what is the strategy that we plan to enforce, give awareness, whether it is IEC or enforcement. Together, how we can do. It all evolves according to the situation. So I never thought 10 years baad mein this will be the situation, but
let's end with that.
HSR layout is a very good place to live right now, and it will continue to be so for the next 10 years, definitely.
That's great. Just end with that example you gave, how you have been replicated in Patna and Telangana. Just tell us a bit about it.
So in 2018 we established one learning center. It's a SWM learning center, one of its kind in the country. There's no school kind of a thing to learn about sustainability anywhere. When we approached our MLA, he was like, really there is a need for a school to learn about SWM? He had a question mark on his mind, but then he trusted the organization HSR Citizen Forum. Whatever they have thought through, they would have thought through and they will execute and they will not give up. That was a faith that he had, trust that he had. He said, go ahead, I will invest on the learning center infrastructure and everything. And that learning center from 2018 till now, It's been very successful, and thousands of visitors come from across the world. We had visitors from China, we had from US, we had from Philippines, we had from different parts of the world coming here to spend few hours with hands-on experience on learning sustainability. And when I say school, it is not only for school children or college students, it is for all age groups. So resident welfare associations come, apartment committees come, managing committees
IAS
come.
officers, new batch of
IAS
IAS
officers who have
officers, they
completed
come.
IAS, they may be posted as a additional collector to some place, but SWM is something they need to implement. So they have come for training here. Politicians come. In one of such visit where politicians from 3 states, Kerala, Telangana and Andhra Pradesh, have come to Kalika Kendra, and that day few of the leaders, corporators from that state, from that particular state, as a part of Sahas workshop, they had come. And few of them got so triggered, so motivated that they went and convinced their minister, asking me to come there and bring the change there. Initially, I was like reluctant how practical it is for me to go and work in Telangana, where I'm neither born and brought up there. I mean, I don't know anyone, but fortunately, that was my mother tongue, so I could connect with them. And 3.5 years, I gave my time there. Literally every month, I would go there. Even during COVID, this happened, and the same learning center has been replicated there. And the best part I loved about Telangana and the commitment of that minister is they have introduced about this learning center in the first year when we established in a question paper of board exam.
Oh, nice.
As a question, 3 marks question about this learning center. And next academic year, they introduced in the textbook of the intermediate board syllabus. That is a commitment what that minister has shown, and that made me give my 100% to bring the change there in that state of Telangana. So I always define success as unless it is sustained and replicated, success has no meaning.
Correct.
This gives us satisfaction that it can be replicated. Committed political will is all that is required. Any part of the country, wherever there is political will, this can be replicated 100%.
That's the most needed today, I guess. So, what is full form of SWM?
Solid waste management.
Oh, okay. So you call that as a sustainability school?
Correct. Swachhagraha Kalika Kendra is the name of the school.
Swachhagraha. Swachha means clean. Graha is planet. Towards a clean planet, a learning center.
Kalika is learning. Kendra.
Kalika, is it? TA?
Kalika is learning in Kannada.
Oh, Kalika, yeah, sure. Great.
Kendra is center.
Yeah, Kendra, yeah, right. So thank you so much, Shanti and Jayanthi. You are doing fabulous work. All the best for the future, and
Thank you.
look forward to doing a nice story and sending it to you.